Good morning, Monstropolis. It's now 5 after the hour of 6 a.m. in the big monster city. Temperature is a balmy 65 degrees, which is good news for you reptiles, and it looks like it's going to be a perfect day to just lie in bed, sleep in, or simply work out that slab that's hanging over the bed! Get up, Sully! What movie is that?
Monsters Inc. It's Monsters Inc.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
That's my favorite. That might be my favorite movie ever for nostalgia reasons.
I like that one. It's a good one.
It's super fucking funny.
You
It's
say,
so funny.
You said Monster City, it was? City of Monsters, whatever it was.
Monstropolis.
Monstropolis.
But
Yeah.
I think you got like the Monster City.
But I was trying to think of like, kind of weird-ass monster movie is this? No, it's Monsters Inc.
That's funny. What is your favorite... Well, what's your favorite actual movie? And then is it different than like the favorite movie you had growing up? Or is it the same?
My favorite, I think it's Creep.
Wait.
The movie.
It's like a videographer.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I fucking love that
Love
movie.
it.
Really?
Love
That's
it.
a good pick.
Yeah.
I like that movie a
Yeah.
lot. I thought it was like terrible and shitty at first, but I keep watching it and it's like it actually
So
got me pretty
good.
scared
It's so
sometimes.
good.
Yeah.
Have you seen the second one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
I watched it a good little while ago, and then we watched it together. And we saw that they were releasing a second one.
Yeah.
That shit's good.
It is good.
We were afraid that
I
wasn't
like
gonna be good.
the homemade like it feels low budget, but it's like okay. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I do really like it.
Mhm.
Also, I'm here with Derek, by the way.
That's me. I'm Derek.
I got too caught up in my Monsters
Yeah,
Inc.
your Monsters Inc.
That's fine.
Blinding. The movie growing up, I don't know. The one I can remember the most is like Big Hero 6.
Okay.
I like that one a lot.
Wouldn't you have been a little bit
A little bit older, yeah. Like as a little kid, I have no idea. I
Yeah.
don't remember.
I was a big Cars fan.
Oh yeah,
as
I
well.
like Cars.
I like Cars too. Hot take.
Which
It's the shitty one, apparently.
I remember the
They're
first one.
Spies.
I like that one.
Me
No, I
too.
like that
And
one.
they have
People don't
guns.
like that.
No, they're like it's stupid. Like why would
And
why
this
did
pistachio
Cars?
ice cream.
I love it. Like
It's good.
It's awesome.
I don't think I've seen the last one, but I thought people.
I think
hated the
Cars
last
3 is
one.
pretty good, but also like I
I don't
think
know
it's easy to
That's it,
play.
like Cars.
If I also think Cars 2 is good. I'm wearing these blue light glasses. I'm taking them off because
No, blue
I
light.
see my own eyes
Oh, it's
in the
weird.
reflection, and it like
It's fucking
fucks me
weird.
up. So I don't like it. But
Yeah.
ready to have some beer?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this your first summer shandy experience?
I think so.
I love. Wait. Such a good
I don't have
sound.
fingernails. I can't open it.
I just cut mine too. I got mine open. Oh, you're using your teeth?
A little bit.
That was better than mine. I get the
Show
cool,
me how to properly pour it.
manly glass. Yours
The
is still
big-
like manly too, but
No, it's
it's just not as cool as mine.
teach me.
45-degree angle.
45.
That way you get. Oh, it's okay. A little bit of spillage.
Oopsies. I'll suck it up off the table for a second.
Oh yeah, this is my favorite beer ever, and hopefully the eventual sponsor of
Maybe.
the podcast.
Maybe.
I can fit two
You can fit
beers
two.
in mine.
Go
Yeah.
for it.
But I love having people have summer shandy for the first time with me. I love it.
It's an honor.
I just like spreading joy. That's what I'm doing.
I haven't had very many different ones. I've had. My girlfriend likes PBR.
Okay.
PBR is decent. I don't know. Have I tried Miller? I do like Michelob Ultra. It's a good one.
Michelob Ultra was my go-to
That's
for
right.
a while.
Yeah.
And then and then I grew up.
You grew up.
and, but then I did start having more like, okay, I'm gonna tell my full beer story.
Yeah.
I used to like absolutely hate it, nasty.
Yeah.
I would just drink like literally like Mike's Hard Lemonade. which
That
is like
shit's
the
good.
most like widely like it's
just good.
Yeah, it tastes good. Then it evolves into like like other like seltzers and stuff.
See, like seltzers and stuff, towards like, it's like the bubbly or carbonated water, and it has like a hint.
Like a little bit of flavor.
Not for me.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about it. Do you know Topo Chico, like the mineral water?
I don't think
So there's like the non-alcoholic, like there's it's like regular, like it's literally just like mineral water. It's like sparkling water.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of tastes like shit, but it's like supposed to be like better for you or whatever.
Because they put a bunch of rocks and stuff.
Yeah, or whatever the fuck. Yeah, but they have like an alcohol like seltzer, and it kind of also tastes like shit. but I don't know, like the feeling of it, I guess, is like not like the feeling of getting drunk, but just I don't know, something like mentally about like I'm drinking a Topo Chico hard seltzer, like I don't know, it's a mindset.
A little classy.
Yeah, so I evolved to those, and then.
But you didn't like them necessarily.
I liked them. It felt better to drink than like a Mike's Hard Lemonade, which is just sugar, basically.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
it's like
true.
It's like the worst hangover ever. And then my friend Jack was kind enough to share the most college beer ever with me. Natural Light Natter Days. Which is like half Natural Light and half like pink lemonade. So it's like super easy to get into.
I think I've tried those, just like
that was my go-to
natural or whatever.
Yeah, the regular Natural Light. Yeah.
I don't think I liked it, but that was a while ago.
Those are my natural, like the Natter Days. The
Natter Days.
that was my go-to
college.
beer for like 2 years. Like I drink like almost exclusively. Because you can get like 30 of them for like $15.
Oh, damn.
So it's like,
okay.
So I had that for a long time, and then I started doing like regular light beer, like Miller Lite and Ultra and all that, and then I started having like IPAs and stuff. So now I've like fully evolved.
You're like
into,
in it
beer
now.
guy.
You're in it now.
I love it. I love being a beer guy.
We went camping with my parents up in their little spot in Patoka. And they have a brewery there.
Oh, where's Patoka? What state is that?
That is a good question.
North.
It's a little. I think it's a little north. Yeah, northwest.
Patoka.
Because it's like you're on your way to Louisville, and that's how we were like. Because we go to Louisville relatively often, and I remember when we went, we're like, this is the same path that we always take, and it was just we get off the freeway like halfway, and then head north.
Oh, so it's pretty close to here.
It's like an hour, a little over an hour,
gotcha.
I would say. But they have that brewery there. We did a wine tasting. I like wine.
Ooh, I like wine.
I like wine. But then we did this like beer flight. I think it was 5 of them. I don't think there was one on there that I liked.
That's funny.
But that was when like they had a board with like all their fancy ass names and like this one's a stout. Balls IPA.
Yeah, I don't know like all of the terms quite yet, but I don't know. I know what I like, and I don't know. But yeah, I'm a beer guy. I have some hair on my chest now.
Yeah, you do.
Grew up from Natter Days.
You're a big boy now.
That's funny. Ready to cheers this bad boy?
Cheers.
Ready for you to have your first summer shandy experience. I hope you like it. It's my favorite.
Damn, that shit is ass.
Oh, I was like,
Yeah, it's good.
I was like, are you serious? I thought you were gonna say it's good.
It's good.
Okay.
I like it.
Good.
It is very light. I like that. A little lemony.
It's just like a regular light beer with like a little bit of lemon. Really yummy. Unofficial sponsor of the podcast.
Very palatable.
I like it. So, tell me, what is it like in general being a tattoo artist? Like, what's a day in the life like?
Right now, since we work a lot, we wake up, hang out for like an hour, scroll on our phones, lay in bed, then we get ready to go to work at our Dunkin' every single day. We love our Dunkin'. And depends. Right now, it was just our busy season, so it was a lot of in and out traffic, which is nice.
What is busy?
Like it
Something like
tax time.
tattoos that wouldn't. Oh, so people have extra money. And
Yep,
just, yeah,
yep.
I got you.
Extra money. Since we're a luxury service, that's where a lot of people have extra money. They go there to get tattoos or piercings.
Yeah, I never even would have thought of that.
Yep.
Do you want to plug your place?
Pincushion Piercing and Tattoos.
Hell yeah.
Come see us for any of your piercing or tattoo needs.
Hell yeah. They do a great job, seriously. I haven't gotten pierced there, but
You should.
Derek's done 2 of my tattoos, and I think they turned out pretty well, if I say so myself.
Thank
My
you.
little frog on the mushroom.
Yeah.
See those?
Oh, you do have a little frog mushroom over there. That's cute.
Can you guess which one's salt and which one's pepper? Because I think it makes a lot of sense, but I guess I'm wrong. A lot of people would disagree with which one.
So with it being the frog there, I feel like salt would be harmful for the frog, so it can't be salt. Unless I'm wrong.
That is wrong. Salt
frog
is the frog.
Huh.
To me, it just made more sense. Maybe just because I like salt more.
But the
or I
pepper
use
does
salt
make
more.
sense in the mushroom
That's
for
just
some
kind of
reason.
what I was thinking. Yeah, so salt would hurt the frog.
Yeah, like a slug.
I had pet frogs when I was really little,
Oh,
but
yeah?
they were like, I can barely remember it, and they were like up on a shelf, so I could like barely even see them.
Yeah.
Like they were like high up on a shelf, like, and definitely like the upper half of the wall for some reason. But I just remember like, I just look at them and they like bounce around every now and again, and they're like tiny little fucking glass thing.
What do you think? Like little critters like that. What do you think they think about? Do they have thoughts?
I don't know.
Because I seen something to where it's like, it's been found recently that like, fish and like these little animals, they like have feelings.
Yeah.
And all that.
No, Nirvana said otherwise.
That's true.
Remember when he said that?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
when Kurt said that?
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
His
seriously.
death anniversary just passed.
Really?
Like
That's sad.
last week or something.
That's sad. I wonder, like, I always think, like, how much more music would or could they have made if, like, such a terrible thing didn't happen? Like, would they still be popular? Would they have, like... Because, like, that type of music isn't as popular anymore, so... I don't know.
I don't know.
It's hard to say.
Because, like, who he was, I had, like, a little Nirvana phase.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in the early days of college, I like Nirvana. Only the, I can't even think of the album name. Only a couple of their albums I liked. But I feel like it got to the point to where, I mean, he hated playing for the band.
Really?
Yeah, because it got so big.
Oh.
He hated being popular.
That's crazy. Well, that's not crazy, because that's valid, like...
Because, like, if you
valid.
give in to or if you sell out, that's going against what grunge is.
Yeah. Weird.
It's a very, what's that called? Not paradox? Contradictory? I don't know, something like that.
Yeah. I think I know the word you're trying to say, but I also can't think of it. It's on the tip of my tongue.
I don't know.
Fuck. I don't know.
We'll let it go.
Yeah.
It's somewhere.
I don't know.
Floating around.
Yeah. It'll come back to me like hours from now, and I'll text you later.
Just my water?
It's
water?
vodka.
It's vodka.
Straight up. No, it's down the hatch. No, it's just water for you. I have my
Thank
hydro
you.
flask.
Thank you.
Thought I might as well keep you. If I'm gonna give you beer, I might as well give you some water too.
Thank you.
This is the
If it was
first
straight
time I've
vodka,
done
that would be pretty funny.
A little prank.
Yeah. It's like I'm just joking. It really is. Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, like what else? So you wake up, you lay on your phone, you get your Dunkin', you arrive at the shop.
It depends. Like for me, depends if I have an appointment. Because with piercing, she takes walk-ins. Typically, the only time she takes appointments is if like somebody has like a special circumstance, like their schedule doesn't line up with her hours.
But
like,
usually it's just walk-ins.
Yeah, like if they need like, oh, I don't get off until later, like we'll probably stay like a half hour later if they need us
I
to or
gotcha.
something. Or coming early.
That's nice of you guys.
Yeah, we try and be accommodating.
Yeah. That'll take you far, I think. It
Same
should,
thing.
at least.
Same thing with tattoos. We have a couple clients who like work night shift and stuff, and so we will, if needed, we'll schedule outside of our normal times.
Nice.
But if I have an appointment that day, we'll go in, we'll eat our little Dunkin' Sammy, our hash browns, and then
The hash browns are so good.
hit and miss. Hit and miss.
Unless they're like soggy and they all stick together.
Oftentimes they're soggy. Sometimes they're
Way
hitting.
too hard,
Sometimes
yeah.
they're hitting. Sometimes they're good.
Yeah. I like the bacon, egg, and cheese too.
We
100%.
get right now. We get the sausage.
Mm.
We put white cheddar on there on sourdough bread.
That sounds so good.
I love sourdough bread.
I'm eating Sonic breakfast like almost every
Sonic
day.
breakfast. I don't think I've had their breakfast.
I
I
didn't
love
know they had breakfast.
Sonic.
I do too. I hate that I love it because it's like so greasy, nasty,
It's horrible.
but it's so good.
It's so good. Yeah.
It's so good.
If I wanted something for a while, I'll go to Sonic.
The lime slushy is probably the best thing I've ever had in the world.
I
It's
never
up
got
there.
into their slushies, because I know that's like a whole niche community. I feel
Yeah,
like.
yeah. The Sonic slush community.
Yeah, seriously.
No, people like freak out over that shit. Like they take
Yeah.
it very serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it's weird.
yeah, I like Sonic a lot.
Me too. Anyway, sorry, I
But,
keep getting
no,
sidetracked.
Yeah, I mean, if I have an appointment, I always try and schedule like 15 minutes after we open, so we have time to eat and stuff.
Nice.
But if I have an appointment, I start setting up, print out their stencil, wait for them to come in, and just do my thing.
Nice.
But if I don't have an appointment, I usually sit there and draw. Either draw my appointments for later in the week or just draw a new flash sheet or something. Right now I'm working on we have this frame, because now we have a bunch of like ornate mirrors and stuff. There was one we hadn't hung up yet, and I bumped the wall, knocked it over, and broke the mirror. But we still have the frame.
Okay.
And so we looked at it a couple of days ago. She's been moving some stuff around, redoing some spots in the shop we didn't like too much, make them a little prettier.
Okay.
More just prettier.
I like they had the little games and stuff.
Yes, that was her idea.
That's such a good idea.
Yes.
That was so good.
It was genius.
I was thinking if I ever had like an art studio or something, and I had like a little lobby waiting area, like
Mhm.
I want to have
Keep
like
people entertained.
I want to have like a Nintendo Switch or like PlayStation or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
something or little games like that.
I remember I think it was my mentor, said one, like, back years and years ago or whatever, when he was waiting for walk-ins, he would have a TV with their Xbox or
Mhm.
whatever set up, and they just play games waiting for people to come in.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's common. I'm sure people still do that, or
Oh,
at least
yeah.
don't have a TV.
That's cool.
But-
yeah.
Yeah, with that frame, it's a big like oval frame. It's probably like, I don't know, 1.5 2 foot wide, and then 2.5 3 foot tall, maybe 3 foot tall.
That's pretty
I'm
big.
doing a big ass dragon.
Oh,
in it.
nice.
That'll be
Is that
tight.
the thing I saw Hope doing where it was like a mirror, but she was like
She
carving?
carves mirrors, yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that what you were doing?
I'm gonna just like cut out some like watercolor paper and do it like
Oh,
how
okay.
I make my flash sheets
I
and
gotcha.
stuff. Just draw and paint it.
I guess.
But yeah, she carves her mirrors. She's talented.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Yeah.
I started working on it like when I was getting my tattoo, and I was like,
Mhm.
whoa, I was like, that's cool.
It's tight. She just did this one. She got like this fancier looking. It's like white and gold and ornate and
Mhm.
oval. She did 2 swallows, like flying around each other. It's
That's
really
cool.
pretty.
What do you use to carve a mirror? Like a
She
little
uses-
knife or blade or something?
Diamond tip Dremel.
Whoa,
Yeah.
sounds
It's
expensive.
It's her
Or
thing.
nice
It's her
at
thing.
least, but
Yeah, she
dang,
kills it.
that's cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm working on that. Just stuff like that if I have free time.
Nice.
Just a bunch
So
of
even if
drawing.
you're not like actively tattooing,
I'm
you are
drawing.
like always thinking about tattoos or doing
Yeah.
something.
Especially
shop or-
especially lately. I fell off of like drawing in my free time, because for a little while I had this like mindset of like I just want to do my work at work and have my work and home
Yeah.
separate.
Yeah.
But with tattooing, you just can't really have that unless you want to stay stagnant.
Yeah.
Because then, if you don't use your free time at home to like draw and stuff, then you're not gonna get shit done. Because there's a little while where I was pretty much only drawing for my appointments, and I was like, I want to do some of my original stuff.
Mhm.
So, but I'm like, if I don't have original stuff to offer, I'm not gonna tattoo it.
Shit.
There's nothing to pick from.
That sounds tough to balance.
But that's Now I'm drawing a lot at home, too, as well.
That sounds like a lot.
It's fun. It is fun.
Do you get scared that you're gonna get like burnt out? Or like have you experienced burnout Where,
Not
like,
yet,
just,
not
like,
with this.
drawing all the time. 'Cause
There-
obviously you love it, but
I don't know if I call it burnt out, but there's like sometimes, like have you ever experienced like you're trying to get something, it's just not looking right, and you're working so hard to like get this perfect vision of what you want, and it's just not happening that day. But then you'll do it tomorrow, and it happens like instantly, type of thing. Like that just like I was working on this like medieval sheet that I have going. And I tried working on it. I was trying to do this like skull, and I'm like, I just can't get these proportions right, so I just put it away for the night.
Do you ever get mad when you're drawing, like crumple the paper?
No. I try to not get to that point. So I'm like, if I get to that point, then I'm like, I need to stop.
Yeah. It should be enjoyable.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
you. Yeah.
If I'm not enjoying it, I'm not going to do it. Typically. But
I think I asked you this when you were doing the sun on my arm, but and it's okay if you repeat a story that you've already told me, but what's some of your craziest client experiences, or just tattoo stories in general? It doesn't have to be like crazy, but like
I don't have many. Thankfully.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that I don't have many.
Yeah.
The only one I can think of was when I told you of like these people trying to walk out without paying. If you remember that.
I do remember
that was I tattooed them, cleared the price. I clear the price with everyone before I start. And I accept like every form of payment you can think of. And like, card, cash app, whatever.
Yeah.
And so I clear the price with them. They say, okay, we do it. Then the time comes, they try to use their card and it didn't work. So I'm like, okay, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens. I'm sure you have another way. Whatever. Call someone. They gave me a bunch of wadded up bills. They were I remember them being really sticky too. I'm like, okay, but it was only half of what they owed me, and they're like, "This is all I have." I'm like, I still need.
Give me the tattoo back.
Yeah, I'll grate half of it off if you want.
Oh my god. That would hurt so bad.
Yeah, I've seen other shops have a cheese grater or something on there, being like, "This is our refund policy. This is our refund."
Cheese grater.
Something like that. But
that's hilarious.
Then she I was like, okay, I'll give you a couple minutes if you want to stand outside my booth. I'll stand up. I'll sit up front while you figure this out. Call whatever. Do whatever you need.
Yeah.
I don't know. I sat up there for probably maybe 10 minutes, if that. And before they had someone cash at me the rest of it, I'm like, okay, got it settled.
Yeah.
Got it worked. And I'm like, at that point, I didn't think it was malicious necessarily. I'm like, because that shit happens sometimes.
Yeah.
And so they went on their way, but then the problem came when they came back. With their group of friends. And one of their friends was wanting a tattoo. And I'm like, okay, clear the price.
And did you know that it was their friends?
They came in as group, and I saw those two, and I'm like, immediately suspicious because of what has happened earlier.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, drew it up, showed it to him, cleared the price, and I set up. I put the stencil on. While I was putting the stencil on, she mentioned, she's like, yeah, my friend's getting this for me. And I'm like
this friend?
I'm like, which friend is it? Because I didn't want to sound like I was interrogating them, but I was like, who's paying? Which one is it? Who's paying for? Yeah. And she said someone, and I don't remember. I'm like, it's probably that one friend that had troubles earlier. And so they went, sat down. I had put the stencil on and everything already. So I went out and I'm like, okay, I'm going to have you pay beforehand now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do this tattoo until you pay.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay. Got out my little card reader. Tried it. Card declined again.
You dodged a bullet.
Yeah, card declined again. And I'm like, okay, now, with this being the second time, now I know this is malicious. You're doing this on purpose.
Yeah. They're trying to take advantage.
You try it. Yeah, they're trying to take advantage. And then I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this tattoo until someone pays for it.
Yeah. At that point, I think is the right thing to do.
Yeah, definitely. And I let them talk amongst themselves for a few minutes while waiting, and then they decided they weren't going to do it because the friend was obviously under the impression that it was paid for. It was going to be paid for, so they were upset at their friend. And then the friend, she was like, "It's not my problem," pretty much, being a dick.
Yeah.
They're like, "Okay, we just want to do it tonight." I'm like, "Okay, well, you still have to pay a setup fee." The setup fee is like, I already had everything laid out. I had my needles, my ink, my paper towels, this and that.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't remember how much it was. But I'm like, you have to pay this amount.
Yeah.
Because I have to throw all this stuff away now.
Yeah.
It's contaminated.
Yeah.
And she, the friend, she didn't even have money for that.
Oh, man.
And the one who's going to pay for it, she just, walked out and left her.
Oh, my God.
And she was like, I don't have money for this. And she was very, I remember her being, very panicked, very freaked out. And we were like, if you guys walk out, that's theft of service.
Yeah.
And you have to call the police.
Yeah.
And we were telling that because the one that walked out, she kept coming back in and out.
Oh my gosh.
And we told her that, and she was like, "It's pretty much that's not my problem. I don't care. I'm not the one getting a tattoo."
Oh my God. What a shitty
and we're
friend.
like, "We're gonna call the police on you."
Yeah.
And there was a little bit of back and forth, and we were stern, just no, you have to pay this.
Yeah.
And eventually the girl,
Which I feel like would be fucking obvious.
Yes. And the one who was getting the tattoo, she called some family member.
Yeah.
Was pretty much telling him give me money, I need to pay for this.
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta.
And she eventually got the money. I did the tattoo. She got the money to do the full tattoo.
Nice.
So we did that, and we were pretty much at the end. We were like, "You need to get new friends." Yeah. And she said something like, "Oh, she's getting me Taco Bell or whatever. We're good." I'm like, "No."
I was like, how's she gonna buy the Taco Bell?
They fucking suck. They set you up.
Awful. Yeah.
They set you up.
Yeah, that's awful.
That's the main one I can think of. I can't really think of any others.
That's awful. That even though, I've heard that story before, but it's still really I feel like I couldn't.
Yeah, it's if I understand being if you're tight on money, but it's something you want, you budget for it.
Yeah.
It's fine. Or if there's trouble, your card declines or something, whatever, it's all right. We'll figure something out. But to do it twice, to do it twice knowingly, that's different.
Yeah.
There was intent to not pay.
I wonder if they didn't have any money really, but just kept trying anyway, which is still bad. Or they had money, but they're hiding their money.
They were hiding it
so that
they were hiding it because I remember it was the person who Cash Apped me. I think I checked the names matched.
Oh my gosh!
The paperwork they submitted and the Cash App name, because I'm was this really the family member? But it was the one who was trying to scam me.
Oh my gosh!
So I'm I know your Cash App. I know you have money. I know you're hiding and you're trying to intentionally not pay.
Yeah.
So, but we got that. We got that figured out, and I'm we told them they're friends, whatever. They were fine, but we're you're not welcome back.
Come back.
You're not allowed to come back.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If anyone's listening and you're somebody who tries to trick a tattoo artist or anything like that, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
That's bad. That's slimy.
Yeah, and it's not I was hiding the price from them.
Yeah,
I disclosed the price and everything so that shit doesn't happen.
Yeah. So then you could be oh shit, this is more than I thought it was gonna be.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, and that's with our piercings too. She goes over every single price, the post, the top, the piercing fee, this and that, everything beforehand, so you know how much you're paying. Just so there's no sticker shock or nothing.
That's good that you have that's really the only crazy story you can think of. And I hope it stays that for.
I'm trying to think of others, but I don't think so. I don't know. I feel like we're decent at making sure that stuff we cover our asses to make sure that stuff doesn't arise.
It's a good thing to do. I think I kind of mentioned earlier. I think your good, the good energy that you put out in the world. Well, one in general, sorry, I'm thinking so many things at the same time.
Like karma.
Yes, in general, the good energy you put out in the world you're gonna get it back one way
I
or
agree.
another.
I agree.
I 1000% believe in that.
I do too.
But then especially you as a businessman running like a ethical business and whatnot.
Yeah, that's our
That's gonna come back to you
Yeah.
in so many good ways.
the motto she came up with for it is people over profit.
Yeah. That's good.
That's what we stick
Not
by.
a lot of people do that.
No. We hear because like, you know, I don't have many stories. She's been doing it for a while, so she has her own set of stories. And
Yeah.
whatever. But we do hear a lot of other tattoo horror stories, piercing horror stories of just people preying on other like clients' ignorance, because a lot of people don't know how the industry works, how pricing works, how payment works,
Yeah.
and all that.
You've
and
always been
people
very
prey on that.
Yeah. You've always been very transparent with me and like telling me why it'll cost what it does, and like you said, like the setup fee, and once you use it, you can only use it once because like
And even that setup fee stuff, that doesn't happen very often. I can't think of. I think I've had to do it like two or three times, maybe.
Yeah, but it's like it gets included in like the total price of the tattoo, and like paying for the ink and.
Yeah.
But then you also have to think like you have to pay for like to keep the shop open too. So it's like you're paying for the shop and the ink and the materials and the tattoo gun
and the knowledge
and the experience and the talent and the like the years of practice and the skill and everything. So
I look at it as like mechanics in a way, because like you hear so much shit about like they charge so much for labor in this. It's like, the parts and stuff aren't necessarily the expensive part. You're paying for what the people know.
To do it.
You don't know how to do that shit. You don't know how to do it right.
Exactly. I was just say go and do it yourself then.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling myself. I'm like, damn, I can either pay $400 for this like relatively easy car fix, or I can like learn how to do it myself and like probably do it wrong.
Yeah. And then
for
have to
like
pay a
maybe
bunch
less
more
money. Yeah. So like I'd rather just pay more money.
Yeah.
And probably not even that much more money, but pay some more money for somebody else to do it correctly.
Yep.
So then I don't have to worry about it. So that's what I haven't had any like photo or design clients or anything, but I'm ready for it whenever I do, to be like, well, this is what you're paying for. Like you're paying, you're not just paying for like me to make you a poster, like you're paying for this and this, like so
I feel like when it comes to like working with people, because like you said, you haven't had many like people to work with yet. You haven't entered that chapter.
Yeah.
But you will, because you're good.
So.
You're solid.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But there's definitely like transparency and honesty and
that's
understanding, and like not leniency, but like recognizing when people are trying to walk over you, as compared to like you're just working with somebody in like their budget or what they're looking for.
Yeah.
So just respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think? I have two questions. What year in college were you when you dropped out? Junior,
Sophomore?
Junior?
I think I did 3 semesters.
Okay.
Yes.
And then my second question was, were you scared to drop out and pursue tattooing, or did you kind of have like a plan set up?
I wasn't necessarily scared, because while I was in college, I'd already tried to get into the industry. Because when I was in college, I worked the front counter at a previous shop.
Okay.
To like get my in.
Yeah.
And I think I did that for like the full like 3rd semester. I think I was doing that. So I was trying to set myself up with the help of other people. Like my girlfriend helped me a lot with that.
Nice.
She pretty much got me set up, got me everything to get going. And so I wasn't necessarily afraid, because I felt like, I already have like a path I can see. I just need to work towards it and work at it. And eventually it'll happen. I just have to make it happen. Because it's like, yes, skill and knowledge is helpful, but also a lot of like shit like that's just like knowing people. Just mingling with, like, meeting other artists and this and that, and just exactly that type of thing. And then eventually I remember she had messaged me when I got my apprenticeship, because she got me my apprenticeship, and just because I hung around, I bothered everyone, asking questions,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
That's
But
awesome.
It was more excitement than being like scared or anything.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I felt like that was like the one thing I wanted to do. That was my dream job. So I'm like, I'm gonna make sure it happens.
Yeah. That's good. That's good that you like. It wasn't something you kind of just like did just because, or like because you weren't like enjoying college. Like,
I enjoyed like I like learning, so college was fun. That's where I found my love of woodworking. I haven't done that in a while though.
I want to get into more like physical art.
Oh, dude, it's so fun.
Because almost everything I do is digital.
Yeah.
I want to do some paintings. I want to paint my like cartoon character stuff. I want to make like big but like very simple. Like it's like just the cartoon and like thick black outlines and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do that. I think that'd be
fun.
really cool. I think that'd be awesome. I want to do a big one, like, and then put it on the wall right there.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
You should.
I was gonna say, where can I get a big canvas, but I think I can get those pretty easily.
It depends on the size. I feel like once you go so big, you have to get it custom made.
Yeah.
Custom stretched and everything. Yeah. But I think like a lot of like Michael's, all of them got decent sized ones.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be cool. You should do that. Yeah, I like doing 3D stuff. I haven't done no like sculptures or anything pretty much since I dropped out of college, but
it's hard. It's hard to find time to like just do fun little personal art stuff, especially when like for you, when your job is pretty much making art all the time. Like, I'm sure it's even harder for you to do your, like, for me, like the podcast is kind of like my personal art thing that I get to do in my free time. So luckily that kind of works out. But for stuff like I'm trying to work on the next balloon as well, and then I'm also trying to work on something for like my work, like my retail job. So but that kind of falls like way to the back burner, unfortunately, even though that is like probably the most beneficial to me, because I could like make this magazine thing for my work and like show higher ups at my work, like this is what I can do, and so like there would be so many benefits, and that's like such a good like good place to start. But unfortunately it just falls all the way to the back because I spend so many hours a week at work, and then I get here and I need to like either record the podcast or edit and upload the podcast or create like the clips, upload those, or I'm working on like Balloon because I want to get Balloon out first because I care more about it.
Yeah.
And then I can worry about the magazine for work. And overall, like, these are such like good things to have to complain about. So I hate to be like, oh, this, like, it's so hard, like, because really it's awesome. Like
it is.
It's really if that's my biggest problem that I'm having, then like my life is great. Where I have too many art things going on.
Yeah,
like
I feel the same way. Of like
so that's a good problem to have.
With work, like I said, we work a lot, but we also love what we do. Mm-hmm. So, and it's also just us there. Do you think? So we just have fun.
Do you think? It being just you two at the shop, obviously there's pros and cons, but do you think, would you say the pros outweigh the cons?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There's really no cons I can think of, honestly, because like with our relationship and like it's just we're with each other every day, and like we really were talking about earlier today of like we rarely have like any type of problems. We just hang out.
Nice.
We enjoy each other's presence.
Nice.
Like she'll be doing her thing, I'll be doing mine, or we're sitting there next to each other drawing, whatever it is.
Nice. The only con I can think of is like workload, or like having to like be your own like manager as well too.
She's very good at like you're saying, managing, like if I'm struggling or if I'm not doing managing my stuff, like social media and stuff. I'm
Yeah.
not good at posting.
Yeah.
She'll remind me because she's the best ever.
Yeah. That's good to have.
So that's what I say when like she built my foundations and just built me up.
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
That's really good to
I
have.
credit her with everything.
Good. That's
But
good to have.
yeah, like you were saying, with just having so many things going on at once, it's so overwhelming. I bet having all those art projects, like it's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing, but then if you try and do too much, you can't put the time you need to achieve the quality you want
Yeah, exactly.
into each of them.
Yeah, I told myself I'm gonna, when I watch WWE tonight on Monday Night Raw, I'm gonna
I noticed your
finish.
little ring over there.
I'm gonna finish I have all the photos, the cover, like front cover, internal photos, everything. Like it's all
Mhm.
taken, and then all the internal photos are laid out. I just need to literally like edit the cover and put the cover on, and then it's ready. So I'm gonna do that tonight during wrestling because it's about wrestling. So
It's exciting.
yeah. So then
I remember you telling me your
finally-
ideas for it and what you
Mhm.
want to do. So
Yeah.
yeah, you have all the photos and stuff taken already.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
I'm excited.
I get like a automatic like smile on my face when I
Yeah.
talk about it because I think they're awesome. I'll tell you, I'll describe them just in case I forget to show you it. Hopefully I remember to show you after.
Are you gonna post it or sell them, like physical?
Both.
Both.
I think if I'm
Okay.
understanding your question correctly.
Like are you gonna print like physical
Yes.
zines and then are you gonna post them as like slides on like Instagram or something?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll them out like one photo a week
Okay.
or whatever,
Yeah.
just to get like more posts
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
it. That way I can get like 7 instead
Yeah.
of just one.
Yeah. Well, whenever you print them, I want to.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna. Oh, I need to. If I like how it looks, like tonight, and I create the PDF, and I
Mhm.
really genuinely like how it looks, then I'll probably order some on like Thursday.
So
And
soon.
then I might order like more over time because
Yeah.
it's like fairly expensive.
Definitely.
Like, especially when you're putting like a bunch, like
A
per
bunch
copy.
and you're on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Per copy, it's really not much. But when you're ordering, like I don't want to order any less than like 50. And even
Yeah.
that, like 50 is not very many. I feel like I could get rid of those pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I would hope. I also want to go around
bet,
to
yeah, I
like
think you would.
local like shops and stuff and like
Oh,
ask them if I can
definitely.
like leave some in little like
Mhm.
lobby areas and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
especially like thrift stores and
That'd be
places
so
like
fucking
that where
cool.
where like artsy people would go.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like, can you like that'd be so cool? Like, because you never know. Like, for like, say like your shop for example. Like, say there's like 5 or even just one copy of Balloon like sitting
Mhm.
on the little table, and you never know who could walk in
Yeah.
there. Like, so then what if some person like a person with a lot of like power in the art world or something like walks in and they're like, "What's this?" And they're like,
Yeah.
that like you never know. So the
You
more
never know.
places I can get it, the better. So then the more I can print, the better as well. It is just me. And the reason I asked you about how do you feel about the shop only having 2 people
Mhm.
if it's hard or whatever, because for my art stuff and for this like the podcast, like it is just me.
Yeah.
So then it does get a little bit hard sometimes to like manage my time or like give myself due dates or
You don't have other people
stay
holding you
motivated.
accountable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it gets a little difficult, but really the thing that keeps me going is just like the excitement to make something, or like the excitement to, in my mind I'm creating something like positive and like trying to like push out like some positive
Mhm.
like energy. So the vision in my head, basically like what keeps me going is the thought that whatever I'm making is like making somebody happy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really it. Like, there's nobody telling me like, "Hey, you gotta have this done by this
Yeah.
time," or let's spend like how it quote unquote should be. Would be like, okay, go work your regular shift like 8 hours today. Come home, work on Balloon for an hour, work on the podcast for an hour, and go to bed, and then
Yeah.
like whatever, and like just create like a set schedule. But in reality, it's like whenever I just feel motivated to do it, I'll just
Just do it.
go and do it. Like I took the internal photos for Balloon weeks ago, and they've been done for weeks.
Yeah.
And then I didn't do the cover for like another week. I took the photos for the cover last week, but I haven't even edited them,
Yeah,
looked at
nothing to
them.
'em, yeah.
They've just been sitting on my SD card, which I mean, is what it is. But I don't know. It's hard to stay motivated,
Definitely. That's
even though I love it, which sounds as
it's
backwards.
weird.
Yeah,
It's definitely weird. Because like when earlier I was talking about like getting back on drawing like at home and kind of breaking that line of like work and home
Mhm.
and kind of like combining it a little bit, but still trying to keep it like healthy per se.
Mhm.
It's definitely can be difficult because that was like when I was saying like I wanted to keep it separate. Keeping it separate then also pushed like the motivation away too, or the passion a little bit, because then
Mhm.
I would get to work and I'd be like, oh, I have to draw for my like these appointments. I have to draw this, do this like little lettering thing or
Mhm.
this little flower or something, and then that doesn't leave me time to draw like I want to draw this cool ass flail and with spikes and flowers and this and that, and like if I don't do it at home, I'm not gonna have time at work and
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Sounds
But
like a lot. But again, this is
you
all
just have
like
to find time for it.
yeah.
It's all good stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate to
Mhm.
be able to
Oh, yeah.
complain about
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that
Yeah.
because there's so many worse things to
Mhm.
complain about.
Yeah, and whenever it's like, how often do you like interact with like other people in your, like I guess industry? Would you say like other photographers and graphic designers? Like,
Probably not as often as I should. A lot of my friends in Evansville are like creative people,
Mhm.
but really like lately it's only been when I'm doing the podcast. Really, otherwise like almost not at all. So.
yeah.
That sucks too, and I kept.
Mhm.
This is like kind of hypocritical, because I said like on I forget whose episode it was, but I was like, putting yourself in a box and like in not reaching out to other people
Mhm.
is like one of the worst things you could do.
Definitely, because and I struggle.
But I kind of do it to
Making
myself
other
too,
friends,
because
yeah.
it's sometimes it is like I've been saying it's just me,
Mm-hmm.
but I need to get better at reaching out to other people and
Makes a
getting
big
other
difference.
people's opinions and stuff like that. I have a little art group chat of some of my friends from back home that are more creative minded.
Yeah.
And every now and again I'll send little stuff asking for critiques and
Yeah,
stuff like that, but yeah, not as often as I should.
yeah,
I always hear the quote like, if you want to be a millionaire, surround yourself by 5 millionaires and surround yourself with people that you want to be like or
Yeah.
whatever, but I don't know.
it
I
it
think I
makes
have art people
sense
around
to
me.
a degree, but like with me, like we whenever we get tattooed, like I don't know, it was like 3 weeks ago or something like that. We went to another studio and got tattoos on our
Mhm.
day off, just because we like
That's cool.
meander and other people. That studio we went to, we all like we all know of each other,
Mhm.
and we met them all before and stuff. But it's just nice going into another studio, seeing how like they were more of like a street shop, quote unquote,
Mm.
if you will, of like they have flash ceiling to floor, just
Wow, that's
drawings,
awesome.
flash sheets everywhere, art everywhere, and just talking with other people, seeing how they do stuff, because they were like that place had most of them are like traditional artists,
Mhm.
and just seeing how they paint, how they draw, what they do, and talking to them about things, and like, because like I'm not a traditional artist necessarily, like I know how to draw that style, but not like, I don't know,
Yeah.
not my focus necessarily, but it's just fun. And then when we left, I had messaged the one who tattooed me, be like, if you have any paint nights or something, if I'm welcome, I'd love to come join
Yeah.
and paint and hang out, like just that type of thing.
Yeah. That's a good thing to have.
Yeah,
It's good to like go to other people's places. I guess I don't do stuff like that necessarily. I should, and I need to. And like I said, I have friends that are creative-minded people.
It's like putting yourself in that same environment.
Yeah.
That like
I
gives
need
you
to do that
motivation.
more.
Because I feel like anytime we go to another shop, like we get tattoos or whatever, I leave feeling very like motivated. Of like, oh, I can see like, because like they're like solid artists. They're like they're really good. I'm like, oh, I like how they do this. I want to, like I ask questions a lot about like what they do and how they do. I actually feel very motivated wanting to draw. And that's kind of what sparked this like recent drawing spike of me trying to draw all the time.
It can come from stuff you would never expect to. Like that makes a lot of sense how that would motivate you, but sometimes I don't know, it could be the smallest little thing that like fires you up and you're just like I
see a post on Instagram or something.
That's what I was just about to say. Like I'll see little stuff like looking at this summer shandy can. I'm like, whoever, like somebody designed this can.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sometimes even that like fires me up, and I'm like, I want to make stuff like this.
I feel that.
So I want to make. This is a little bit unrelated, but I want to make. I just need to make stuff all the time. Like I just need to keep making stuff. I want to like practice making little beer posters, or like maybe give myself little design challenges or something like that to make like a text only poster, or like use a found image instead of my own image and make a poster or something. Basically, I just need to make more stuff more often. I think I need to practice more. But again, I feel like I'm being pulled in a few different directions at the moment.
It all comes back to time.
Yeah. So right now I just need to make a little money. I'm hoping by this point next year I can be making some like YouTube money.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
There's this like YouTube Studio app, and there's meters to when you qualify to like make money. And right now they're all super low, but like this just started a month ago. I think it was literally like the day you did my tattoo, I mentioned, I might start a podcast. And then my friends came down like a few days after, and we recorded the first episode. I was like, okay, well, now that I've done one, like I just got it.
Now it started.
Like the first one was the hardest one to start, because getting started is like you have all these fears and you don't know if it's gonna be good or blah blah blah, but getting the ball rolling is the hardest part. Once it's going, it's going. Yeah. So I'm glad I started, and something from our conversation that day like kind of did fire me up, because I was like, you know what? Like I'm driving home and I was like, I'm gonna do it. Like I'm gonna go home and I'm just gonna do it. Like I'm not gonna think about it. And that mindset takes me a long way too. Like whenever I need to do something difficult, you just gotta do it. Like don't think about it. Just rip the Band-Aid and go.
I'm glad. I feel I very often I have the thought of like, or like the perspective of like, you want to do something, well, it's not going to happen unless you do it.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to happen unless you do it.
Exactly.
If you want to make this drawing, make this cover, do this, it's like, it's not going to appear. You just got to do it.
Yeah. It sounds stupid, and it's like
it's so simple.
The Nike tagline. It's like, just do it.
Yeah.
Like, just go and do it.
Yeah.
The work magazine I was talking about, I have been talking about making a lookbook magazine thing for my work for a year and a half. And I never did it. Like I never took pictures for it, because I don't know if I was like waiting for something, or I don't know. But what fired me up is that we got these lookbooks in that like corporate made. And I was like, I want to do it. I was like, I want to do this. So then I finally like got up off my ass and I was like, I'm gonna take the pictures for it. I'm gonna do it. And I took some of the pictures. And then I lost motivation again. I'm like, so
something else got your attention. Another project.
Yeah, but anywho, I went on like 4 or 5 different side tangents there. But the YouTube money thing, you need to have 500 subscribers, and it's like you need to have 500 subscribers, and then like in one of the following where it's like either, I forget the numbers, but I'm just gonna make them up, like 5,000 like watch hours for the year, or like 3 million shorts views across like a year. And then that's how you qualify. So you need the 500 subs and this or that.
I don't know that's how it works.
So yeah, I feel like 500 is a pretty achievable number.
Right?
Yeah, it's just, I think the views and the engagement and stuff is where it gets a little bit more difficult. But I would love to see where this goes in like 1 year.
Keep at it.
Yeah.
Keep at that promoting, creating.
Yeah, I think my strategy is that I'm just gonna keep keep doing it, and like just keep putting it out into the world, and just hope that like the consistency and the authenticity and the overall like mission or feeling of the podcast is enough to gain traction eventually.
Yeah. I feel like you keep going, keep working on it, keep creating until like something pops off, something happens. I feel like, I don't know how it is with YouTube nowadays, but I remember like back in like the 2010s on YouTube with like all the gaming YouTubers and stuff, because I was into that shit.
Yeah, me too.
I was into that shit of like people just exploding so suddenly.
That shit took over the world.
Yeah, like these specific people, like they one YouTuber was doing a contest to showcase these other people, and then those other people who showcased them fucking blew up, and nowadays they're huge.
Yeah.
And like just stuff like that just happens so suddenly.
Yeah.
But that can only happen if you keep working at it.
Yeah. It's definitely not going to be like an overnight type of thing. Sometimes I worry, if I am really this committed to the podcast, am I not putting enough time into it? But at the same time, I don't know if it's like an hours per week type of time thing. Because if it was, then I'm probably putting like, if you count recording and then exporting and just all the little things that are a part of like putting the podcast out there, maybe like 15, 20 hours, maybe 15 hours a week or so.
That's pretty good. That's pretty high.
It's especially like when I'm trying to work like 40 hours a week on my regular job, and then to do the podcast, and then I'm trying to work on Balloon and all that. So I like to think that I'm a fairly busy person. I feel like sometimes I think that I'm kind of lazy, but at the same time,
lazy people wouldn't have a podcast.
Exactly.
These projects.
So I definitely keep myself busy, but I do worry, like, is 15 hours a week enough to make this thing, like, for it to get noticed or whatever? But again, like I just said, I don't think it's a hours per week thing necessarily. I think it's am I always thinking about it, or am I always trying to improve it, or at least, if nothing else, just making it and putting it out all the time. Like, just I've been really solid about once a week so far for 6 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
I'm recording today, I'm recording one on Friday. So then this one will go up on Thursday. And then I'm recording literally the day after for the following Thursday. So then I can hopefully have another one the next week, to where I can have so far what it's been has been Thursday at 7 p.m. So if I can keep that schedule like every Thursday, something's got to happen eventually.
Yeah,
and
eventually.
I don't know. And again, it's not about, I've been on this long rant about like views and subscribers and the podcast blowing up or whatever. It's not about, I don't want to sound like, oh, I want to get famous or blah, blah, blah. But I do want the largest audience possible.
You want people to see it.
Yeah.
See your positivity you're putting out.
Yeah, I don't know. I think people can benefit from it. So, but again, like it like I do want the numbers to grow, but not just to like, you know, I don't know. I don't want to come across any type of like.
It's. I mean, it
negative
still
way,
could
but
become like a job.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
The goal. I think I might have said this on a previous episode, but the goal with this is that this can get me. One, this can become a source of income in any capacity.
Yeah.
Even if I have to keep working my retail job, like to be able to make any sort of money from this, I feel like
Insane.
that'd be awesome.
That'd be
That'd be
crazy.
awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool. Even if it's like totally unlivable wage or whatever, like
Mhm.
that would be so fucking cool.
It's still something.
And then
I feel like it like solidifies it even more
Exactly.
once that happens.
Exactly. But again, that like I shouldn't have said like the goal with this is to make money from it. The goal is that this can fund, excuse me, my own personal art stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then those things can work hand in hand seamlessly
Yeah.
to where this can get me connections to do art stuff. The art stuff can get me to different companies and whatever. 'Cause I don't know.
It's all strung together.
I think so.
Yeah,
But
I see it.
I think a lot of it's like wishful thinking, but I think a lot of it is also very realistic.
Mhm.
Where, say, and this is just like my example, but like I keep talking about like, oh, Summer Shandy's gonna be the
Mhm.
sponsor of the podcast, but can you imagine like Summer Shandy is one of the sponsors of the podcast, and they like let me make a poster for them or something because they're a sponsor
That would be
or
sick.
something like that. Like that would be fucking
That would be a
awesome.
milestone, a life
like,
milestone.
That would be crazy. That would be so
Yeah.
cool. I think it's totally doable too because
Definitely.
if I get to the point, and Summer Shandy was just my first example, but it could be like any, say it's like a local business or something.
Mhm.
They sponsor one episode of the podcast. Maybe I'll say, okay, for me to give you like a 30-second ad read on the podcast, I want this small amount of money and I want to make a poster for you. So that way it's like everybody's happy.
Trade-off, yeah.
Yeah.
Trades, bartering.
Yeah. So I think that's totally doable.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
I think that's another good goal to have is like mingling with local businesses is a good way to start.
I don't know. I like to think that this can give me some sort of like leverage of like I could walk into like a local business and lay down my portfolio and be like, this is the work I have. This is what I can do. I want to make a poster or something for you. And they'd be like, yeah, like your stuff is good, but I don't know. But,
Bring it
but
in
I can shout out your I
Yeah.
can shout out your thing on my podcast.
And then you
That
present
has-
it to him in like a golden suitcase.
Yeah.
Portfolio. You dramatically open, the light rays come out.
Yeah.
Like, this is what you're in for.
Yeah, but again, it's not about money or career or whatever, but I don't know.
It's impossible to like reach the goals and do stuff without talking about money and those parts of it. 'Cause it's definitely a variable. It's a part of it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to make a profit.
Yeah.
That's just the stuff I want to do. I need to be able to make some sort of money, and that like a normal like retail job isn't gonna cut it.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? So especially from the time that takes, like. But okay, let me go over my ideal
Mhm, mhm.
life without talking about
Yeah.
money.
Okay.
I want to
So this is if you have an unlimited amount of money at your disposal.
where like money doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I'll keep doing the podcast. This is like at least how I see it right now. Like my right now ideal life would be record the podcast, keep rolling it out like once a week or so, upload the little clips, and just keep putting that out into the world.
Mhm.
Because it's fun to do. Like it's what 2, 3 or 4 p.m. We're having a couple beers.
Yeah.
This is nice. I'm having
It's
a
fun.
good time.
Yeah. I
So
enjoy it.
yeah, me too. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Do the podcast, upload that, keep putting that out into the world, and create like a little community. That would be awesome.
Mhm.
That would be so fucking cool. But then to also be able to make posters for companies that I enjoy, or work with local businesses and make ads or billboards or posters or logos or whatever, like even if it's like in-store stuff, like whatever, any sort of like art design thing for anybody. That's another like part of my ideal like day-to-day life. So it'd be like record the podcast, think about the podcast, make art, make posters for businesses, all that stuff. But then also have like some leisure time,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
And just like time to like chill out. That's
do
the
whatever
goal.
you do, yeah.
That is the dream. Like I don't need to be like rolling in money. I don't need to
Mm-mm.
have like this big fucking house. I don't care if I live in like a place like this for forever. If I get to do the shit that I want to do and make like a livable wage. Is that a dog?
I don't know. Sounds weird.
That's a really weird. I guess it is a dog,
Yeah.
but that's a really. I wonder if that dog is okay.
Maybe. I remember when at home one night.
The dog just ruined my talk about my dreams.
Yeah, there was when we first moved in to our place, there was this husky in our neighborhood,
Those are my favorite dogs.
and we have a husky.
Really?
Yeah,
Holy
she
shit.
does. He's an old boy, like 13, 14.
Holy shit.
Chill little dude. Well, not little, but
Yeah.
chill guy.
Yeah.
Loves laying on his orthopedic bed. But we were working, like we were like repainting the hallway or something,
Yeah.
and it was in the middle of the night, and we just heard this like howling that sounded like this animal just being fucking like mauled,
Oh my god.
and it was like it made our stomachs hurt, and we were like, oh, that's awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we were told like, oh yeah, that's just a husky in the neighborhood. He just does
Like,
that.
oh yeah, don't worry about that.
Yeah, it just does that sometimes.
I don't. From what
And
I'm
we were,
hearing,
it was
that
just
doesn't
so
sound right.
bad to
Yeah.
make our like stomachs turn and be like, oh, that's awful. It made us sound like uncomfortable.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
funny. Well, it's not.
No,
it's
I mean,
kind of funny.
no animals were killed. No animals were harmed.
Yeah. Speaking of animals, I fell asleep to. Well, I watched it was a simulating Africa terrarium
Okay.
video for 100 days, and it's like a terrarium with like sand. He basically built like a desert with like a
Mhm.
heat lamp, like very strong heat lamps, and it started with like just like little beetles and ants and stuff,
Mhm.
and just
Little
kind of see what they
critters.
do. But then he would add like 3 lizards, and then like, see how the lizards do.
It's like a playing God right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. And then he was like, well, now the lizards are dominating, so I'm going to add, like, a praying mantis. And then, like, that was supposed to be, like, the main predator, but the lizard escaped. It was
That
awesome.
sounds crazy.
It was awesome. Yeah, it was so cool. I found out from that video, I'm guessing it can't possibly be anything else than a praying mantis. It was, like, a big fucking bug, like, as big as, like, a little lizard.
Damn.
So a praying
Mhm.
mantis, it was a male, and then he added a female a couple days later, and the narrator was like, okay, they're either gonna, when crickets are chirping or whatever, or a praying mantis, I don't know what the fuck
Some
little
bug.
bug it was, but it was like chirping or whatever. It
Mhm.
sounded like a cricket. That's like his mating call.
Mhm.
So then he adds the female, and it's like, okay, the female is either going to mate with him and live happily ever after, basically, and they'll both live and they'll have kids and blah blah, or they won't mate. They will mate, but the female is going to kill the male after, and then lay the eggs, or they won't mate and the female will just kill the male.
That's intense.
And what happened in the video was they had the eggs, like they mated or whatever, and then the female fucking ate the male and killed him, like split him in half.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And then laid all the
That's
eggs.
crazy.
Yeah, wild. All at the same time. There's like little lizards, and then and he simulated a sandstorm in the fucking tank.
He's playing God.
Yeah, and then he simulated a monsoon. So then like the lizards created like a underground like hideout or whatever, but
Mhm.
during the monsoon, it started to like flood a little bit because he's pouring a bunch of fucking water in there. But then somehow before the water happened, there were like little fish eggs that weren't in any water. Maybe they're like a little damp. But then the monsoon happened and it created enough water where the fish eggs could hatch. And there's like fish and lizards and bugs and all this stuff in a terrarium. It was awesome.
What happened at the end? What did he do with it?
He smashed the tank with a pickaxe. I swear to
What?
God. I swear to God.
That's awful.
Well, he took all the animals
Okay.
out.
Okay. That's an important detail.
Yeah. But yeah, I skipped forward a little bit.
He fucking killed them all.
No. I think he put them all in like individual tanks and whatnot or whatever. But then at the end of the video, yeah, he fucking smashed it. I was like, what? I was like, why would you do that?
Yeah, why not just like reuse the tank?
Yeah, but it was a good video.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Simulating Africa Ecosystem Terrarium 100 Days or something like that. It was awesome. It's like a 15-minute video. But a lot happens. But then I fell asleep to lizards in Australia nature documentary. Those things are awesome.
Nature docus are cool.
They're awesome. Lizards are awesome. I was thinking about getting a pet lizard. I just don't want to touch it. I don't know. I get weird about like touching little like they're not like slimy, but I don't know. I get weird about. I love fishing, but I won't touch a fish without a glove, and I won't touch a worm. I can't do it.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's
just like the texture feeling of it.
Yeah, and especially a fish, like you grab it and it'll start like jumping around. Like I don't know. It kind of freaks me out.
We like to go fishing sometimes. It's coming up. Fishing season's coming out.
It's relaxing. It's nice.
Yeah.
I need to go fishing and have a beer. That sounds like
Shandy
a great day.
Yeah.
That sounds like the best day ever.
Yeah. We
fishing.
went a few times last season, but yeah, sometimes when fish just try to get at you.
Yeah.
Try and grab them.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Especially the ones with the sharp spines on their fins.
Oh
or
my
something.
God! Yeah. Some of them could hurt you on accident.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. I mean, you did like hook him.
Yeah. It's the least.
Yeah.
You kind of deserve it probably. But, do you have any animals that you're like irrationally scared of? Mine is birds. I'm scared of birds.
Oh, just like all birds?
I have a bird feeder and I love watching them through the glass.
To kind of get over your fear a little bit.
But if a bird walking through like downtown Chicago and there's like the pigeons and stuff on the sidewalk, I get scared walking through crowds of pigeons because once they start flapping their wings, like it's really, I don't know what it is. Yeah. I used to make fun of my mom because I think I get it from my mom because she's also scared of birds, and I was like, that's ridiculous. I was like, that's stupid. Like, they're just a little bird. Like, what could they possibly do to you? But I don't know, something about like, I think maybe like the unpredictability of it is scary. Maybe like,
so
I don't know, like a little animal that can fly. Like you don't know where they're gonna go or what they're gonna do. I don't know.
Coming at you? Who knows?
I don't know. But
do they have a knife?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I'm scared of birds. That's mine.
I hate camel crickets.
What is the camel cricket?
They're like they have like a tiny little like. Their body is kind of like a bean, a little bean, but they have like really fucking long legs and they jump super high. And they like to stay in like basements and garages, like those kind of like moist.
Is that like a common thing around here or like anywhere?
Yeah, we have them. Yeah, there was at the previous house we stayed at. Well, I remember as a kid, my mom also hates camel crickets too. She hates them too.
It sounds valid from what I'm hearing. So
we used to live in Fort Branch, which is like just north of here, like I don't know, 45 minutes or something. But our basement, before they finished it, full of camel crickets, a shit ton of them. Awful. My mom hated it. But then at the house now current time, kind of like the house we stayed at before the one we're currently in. My room was in the basement, and it was like a half finished basement. And so we had there's a couple bedrooms and then like
there's like a cement floor and
like we had flooring and stuff, but once you step outside of our bedroom doors, the flooring like stops after a few pieces and then it just goes to like the furnace and the washroom. It's all cement and unfinished. And then like whatever time of year, whenever, like if it rains a lot, they try and come inside because they don't want to die.
That's fucked up.
And so you'll find them in the basement, and they can't hurt you. They can't do anything.
Yeah, because they're tiny.
They're just such like long, spindly legs, and like they jump super fucking high. And if you try and like go at them, like try and like hit them with a fly swat or something, they don't jump away. They jump at you.
Oh my god!
And so like the best way to kill them is to get a big book and you drop it straight on top of them, so if they jump, they're gonna hit it. But I remember there was not like probably I don't know, couple months after I moved in there, I was sitting on my bed. I was drawing a flash sheet. It was late, and then one of our roommates, he was like, I don't know, he was in the washroom or something, and he yelled that there was a camel cricket.
Oh god! Or
no, was it in my? I think it might have been in my room first.
Oh jeez.
And I seen it, and we were both like, "Who's gonna kill it?" And I'm like, "Okay, it's in my room. I'll do it." And we lost it. We tried killing it. Like
that's the
we lost
worst.
it. It was bad.
Where is it? Yeah.
We hung around for a little while. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go lay in bed, keep drawing, turn on whatever show I was watching.
But now you're on edge. Like
I sat down on my bed. I have a big light pad that I was drawing on, and I picked it up, and it was on my fucking flash sheet I was drawing.
My god!
I picked it up, my hand touched it, or no, it jumped on my shirt, and I'm like, what is that? And I grabbed it and like did that and flicked it off, and I looked on my light pad, and like it was a big camel cricket.
Oh my god!
And oh my god, awful,
freak out,
awful, hate them.
Yeah,
God, it's awful.
Did you scream?
I don't remember.
Or did you
maybe.
at least
Probably,
have
I definitely
a
jumped.
physical reaction?
I think I would scream with that stuff, but it's man.
How big did they get, or how big was the one?
I mean, like their body. I mean, it's probably like that big. It's literally just like a bean.
Yeah.
But their legs like stretch out the leg. They'd probably be like that long.
That's so gross.
But they're like just big arches because they can jump so high.
So and gross.
God, I hate them. And they're in our current basement a little bit. Like we see them every so often.
I don't know if I've ever seen one. I'm just using my imagination.
You're lucky boy.
What I'm imagining is fucked up though. I'm literally just imagining like a little bean with long legs.
I can fucking pull up a photo.
Yeah, pull it up. That's what. The only thing I ever want to add to I really am committed to using just my phone forever. I don't want to do like cameras and lights or anything, but I do want to add maybe a little monitor where I can look stuff up that we're talking about.
Jarvis.
That'd be good. Yeah, pull this up.
Yeah. Those fucking guys.
I've probably seen one.
Probably, they're common.
I was imagining they stand tall on all fours at all times, but their legs go above their bodies. Yeah.
I feel a lot of the time, they look like that.
I was imagining the things from Star Wars, the giant AT walker.
Oh yeah.
Things. I was imagining like that,
like a daddy long.
Yeah, but they stand their arms are fully extended all the time.
I don't know if that would be worse or better. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's bad all
That's
around.
Fucked up. I say we should play a game.
What game?
The alphabet game, where we have to say an animal for every letter, and if you can't, then you fail or something.
And you get shot around the back.
You get shot in the head.
Yeah.
With a real gun.
Yeah.
So you better have an animal.
Okay.
Or it could be. It doesn't have to be an animal. It could be any category. But.
I'm cool with animals.
All right, I'll start.
Okay.
A. We don't need to say a letter every time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just assume that you're using the correct letter, or that you know the next letter in the alphabet. But. Alligator.
Bat.
Cow.
Dog.
Elephant.
Frog.
Giraffe.
Oh no.
I was hoping this would happen. I was like
can it be a specific?
Sure.
Harpy eagle.
Whoa. I don't even know what that is, but
I only know because that's what I have on my stomach.
okay. Easy. Iguana. I forgot my next one. Not to intimidate you or anything, but I do have my next animal
Jackalope.
already. Is that an animal or a fruit? Sounds like a fruit.
Cantaloupe you're thinking of. Close.
What's a jackalope?
I think they're like kind of like a rabbit.
Huh.
Maybe?
Yeah, look this
Is
up.
that real?
Jarvis, pull this up.
Literally.
Is that real? That's my favorite question to ask. Is this real?
Or is that the...
Jackalope.
Or is it fake? Is it it's a mythical.
Oh, I'm okay with that too. It can be a mythical creature.
It's Jack Rabbit and an antelope. That's what it is. Because it's a rabbit with horns. That's what it is.
Evil rabbit.
Jack Rabbit. Jackalope.
I'm okay with jackalope.
Okay.
Kangaroo was my next one for K.
Ow.
This is easy.
Lizard.
I was thinking lion, but
Or lion.
lizard is acceptable.
You'll let it slide.
Wait, what? HIJKLM. There's an obvious answer, but I'm gonna try not to use it. I'm gonna go with. Whatever you're thinking for M. If you're listening to this, you're probably screaming, saying, just say the fucking animal. But I'm trying to think of something like a little bit cooler.
Something a little cooler. I don't even know what you're thinking of for him. I'm trying to think of one for N.
Okay, monkey.
Okay.
I was,
okay, yeah.
Because that's just the easy answer. That's everybody's favorite animal.
Think of it.
Monkeys are probably the best animal.
I like gorillas.
Those are pretty cool too.
I like seeing the videos of them running around because they look so silly.
You've seen the one of them spinning in a
Yeah,
circle?
yeah. They just run so funny.
Dude, I would love to have a little pet monkey. That'd
Yeah.
be so cool.
Like,
or
like a
squirrel.
spider monkey or like jumping around.
Yeah. Or like a squirrel.
Yeah?
That'd be awesome. A domesticated squirrel.
How legal is that? Who cares? It's only
cares,
illegal
yeah.
if you get caught.
Yeah. Exactly. What's after M?
In. I've been trying to think this whole time of one.
Shit. Is there an animal that starts with that? Shit. Maybe this wasn't the best game for podcast reasons, just to have like moments of silence in the recording, but
It gives other people an opportunity to
yeah,
guess.
to think. It's like when Dora's like, what option should we use? What's an animal? And they're they're screaming at the screen. They're like, "This is the animal." Yeah. It's this animal, you fucking idiot. Maybe this is like some good rage bait for some comments. Yeah. Comment below your favorite animal that starts with the N. Is there even any? N-E? Are there any animals that start with N?
There definitely is. There has to be.
No. I'm trying to sound it out. No. I'm not going to move past this either until we get it.
Okay.
We don't have to finish the whole game necessarily, but I am committed to... I do need to know this. Oh, I do have one, actually.
You have one?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's a fish.
I was thinking about fish. I was trying to go through what fish I knew.
You can see it at PetSmart. It's a very common fish that people have. They're really fucking small. Like blue and orange.
I don't know.
Do you want me to just say
No,
it?
not yet. In. Oh no.
Do you want me to say mine, but then you're not allowed to use it?
Then I'm gonna be stuck back where I was. What is it?
Neon Tetra.
I would not. I don't
like
know
this little
that.
tiny-
Yeah. I would not have gotten that.
It's like, yeah. Shit, besides that, I really got nothing.
I'm looking it up.
A Neanderthal.
Technically.
They're animals.
Yeah.
Shit. You're cheating.
No, I'm not.
I'm looking up something else on my phone.
Yeah. These are all. There's a lot of ones that I don't.
Can you
never
imagine?
heard of.
You look it up and it's like, this is not like 0 results
Mhm,
found.
I have a couple.
Are they good? Is it something I've ever possibly heard of before?
Yeah.
Like what?
Everything.
Yeah.
A narwhal.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How could I not have thought of that?
Also a newt. That's really about the only one I can recognize off of here.
Wow. We
Oh,
need
a
more
night- a
representation
nightcrawler.
for animals that start with the letter N.
Yeah.
LMNO. Octopus.
Poison dart frog.
That'd be a good animal to have as a pet.
Mm-hmm.
What would be Q? Is a quail an animal? Is that an
Yeah.
animal? Quail.
Yeah, it's a bird.
R for you. I've got at least one.
That's awesome.
R. Are you ready, kids? Was that a fart?
I done shit on myself.
Was that the first
Got
fart
nervous.
on the podcast?
Maybe.
Maybe. No, I've definitely let out some.
He let out some bangers.
sneakers. That's funny. Come on, you don't have an R animal? I'm good. If I was listening to this, I'd be screaming at the. You've already said it already too. This
I have?
episode, yeah, kind of
No.
like maybe 2 minutes ago,
What?
or like 5 minutes ago. It was like part of an animal you were saying earlier.
Rabbit.
Yes.
It's a rabbit.
Snail. For S.
S. T. Tyrannosaurus Rex.
U.
Oh no, that's a.
U. The ugly duckling.
That works.
And this is my house, so I can say that that works. So
There you go.
ugly duckling.
V.
Shit.
A vole.
Is that a thing?
Vole. I feel like I've heard that. It's a vole.
Jarvis, look this up.
It's a-
Vole. I was thinking like
No, yeah, it's like a little mouse.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
I was thinking like vulture, maybe.
Or vulture, that's a good one, yeah.
What's after V? I can't.
W.
Okay, it's like I was like, if I don't say the previous like 5 letters, I don't think
yeah.
I can just think of the next
Me
one.
neither.
W Q R S T U. Yeah, are you sure it's W? B Q R S T U V. Yeah.
Are you questioning my
W.
alphabet knowledge? I know my
W.
letters.
A whale.
There you go.
That's a good one. That's a good animal.
I got X.
Shit.
Xylophone.
I'll count it. I'll count it. Z. Wait. Oh shit. I almost skipped it.
You have Y. You have Y.
Shit. Your mom.
Boom.
Your mom's an animal.
Your mom's an animal.
Zebra.
Zebra. I didn't even think
Sorry,
of zebra. I
answered
couldn't.
for
No, I
you.
couldn't even. I probably would have been stuck. I couldn't think of that.
Wow, that was a good game.
Yeah. Good job.
Good segment on the
Yeah.
podcast. Any other games you can play?
I don't know.
Let's play.
I got a PP. That's the game I need
You
to
can go
play.
PP.
I got a PP.
Yeah, I'll keep him entertained.
Okay.
I refuse to pause and skip.
You use your pause and skip.
Yes, I like to just keep it rolling. Let's see. Around an hour and a half. We got some more time. Maybe we'll play some more silly games, and then we'll come back together to get a little bit more wholesome. But I'm gonna take this time to do an imaginary ad read, and then Derek and I can play some more games, and then we'll do advice, and then we'll be on our merry way. This segment is brought to you by Line & Kugel's Summer Shandy, the best beer in the world. It doesn't have to actually be summer for you to enjoy summer shandy, considering it is now year round. Imagine that. Summer shandy year round. The best beer in the world. Imagine your favorite light beer with a little bit of lemon flavor. Even better. This is my go-to beer. I drink it responsibly on a somewhat regular basis, not to the point where it's concerning. I love summer shandy. Go to your local liquor store, Walmart, anywhere beer is sold. Go find your summer shandy. Drink it up. Unofficial sponsor of the podcast for this episode. The next unofficial sponsor of this episode, Burt's Bees. I personally love Burt's Bees chapstick, the peppermint flavor. Unchaps my lips instantly. Did you hear that? Instantly. That's how fast my lips are unchapped when I use Burt's Bees chapstick. You can also... Never mind. Okay, now I'm committed to saying this. You can put Burt's Bees on your... Don't do this. Don't actually do this. But if you've ever put Burt's Bees on your eyelids, some of the cool kids call it Beesin, with a apostrophe at the end. Makes your eyes tingle. It's awesome, but it's terrible, and don't do it.
What did I miss?
I
heard your little ad.
Yeah, I was
shooting a hole in the back of your toilet.
I was doing imaginary ad reads. I did one for Summer Shandy, and then I was doing one for Burt's Bees, but I got a little bit sidetracked, and I started talking about how you can put Burt's Bees on your eyes, on your eyelids. Have you ever done that?
No, what?
It makes your eyes tingle. Because it's like peppermint, so you're like,
oh yeah, I'm fucking geek, dude.
So you don't like actually get high or anything, but if you're like drinking already and then you do it, you're like, whoa.
You're crossfading some Burt's Bees.
So don't do it because it's probably terrible for your eyes. However, it's kind of fun.
So maybe do it.
But I wouldn't recommend that. For the podcast purposes, I'm going to say don't do it.
Okay.
And I'm just going to leave it at that. But doing that does exist. I'm not the only person who's done it. I didn't come up with this.
Really?
Yes, I did a little bit of research on it before
I
did
a small niche community of...
I think it was more popular back in the day, probably.
Oh.
I don't think people really know about it these days, but Beesin was a...
Beesin?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Beesin?
Yeah,
wow.
I think there was a Beesin community. So, yeah, it's real. I couldn't make that up if I tried, so...
No, that's
real.
I gotta look that up later.
Yeah, go buy some Burt's Bees.
Fact check it.
So leave it at that.
Yeah. Speaking of the bars and stuff, have you seen the shit that's happened?
Oh my god, I did just see about that.
Yes. That's crazy.
I heard they beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
Whoa.
On my way over, my girlfriend called me and she said he had 6 fractures in his face.
Oh my god.
Broken nose, missing tooth, and another broken tooth.
Holy shit. I heard like that he was like in a girl's face and like that's pretty much it.
So what we've been keeping up with it.
Yeah, this is
because we're like
because
it's gone fucking viral.
Tell the whole
when
story.
She called me earlier. She said it's at like 6 million views now.
Holy
like,
shit!
She's seen a comment like it was like last night or something that it was someone over in the UK said this reached whatever spot it was in the UK. There's people in like Canada or something that's seen it.
We're putting Evansville on.
Or no,
the map.
it was there's another Chasers in Canada.
Like the same Chasers?
Yeah, it's not. They're not affiliated at all. Yeah. But they made a post being like, "This isn't us," because people were messaging them and tagging them because Chasers deleted all their social media, and so
our Chasers did.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
When people were like trying to tag them, they were accidentally tagging the Canadian one, and they had to make a post to be like, "Hey, this is not us. We are not affiliated. We're all good over here."
Oh my god.
But so what happened was the bartender was putting drinks on his tab that were not his. He did not drink them. He said he had like a bucket of beer and like a couple shots, like 2 shots, and that's it. But they were trying to put a bunch of other like drinks on his tab, and he was like, "I'm not paying that."
Yeah.
And he was like he was drunk, he was intoxicated,
Yeah.
and like in that situation, anyone's gonna be like making a scene over it because who wants to pay this stupid amount of money over shit you didn't buy?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so he was pretty much like arguing with the bartender, and that's when the bouncers like got intervened and dragged him to the ground and beat the fucking shit out of him.
Oh my god! Yeah, the video was kind of brutal. Like,
and it says there was
shit.
There was an off-duty officer who works for Chasers, like as the security guard, I guess, and is like a side hustle or something.
Yeah.
But he was allegedly outside when it happened, dealing with an unrelated issue. And when he came back in, it was after it already happened. And one of the bouncers approached him, showed him the video, and the cop was like, pretty much was like, in this video, I can see this guy you're beating is not the aggressor because he wasn't doing nothing. He wasn't fighting back.
Yeah.
And he came out and said, I wasn't fighting back because I seen there was an officer sitting at that table watching it all happen. So I'm like, if I fought back, I didn't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Because it's still like, everyone's saying that the cop was inside. He was inside just watching it unfold. But the official statements say he came back in, saw the video, saw he wasn't the aggressor and was just being beat for no reason.
Jesus.
Made a case number and all that and went through the official proceedings.
Damn.
But the bouncers are saying, yeah, he was arguing with the bartender and he cocked his fist back like he was about to hit her.
Oh my gosh.
And firstly, no, that's not what happened, because if that's what happened, all the other witnesses would be saying that as well.
Yeah.
Because there's a bunch of people who've seen it.
Yeah.
And the bouncers, like, beat him within an inch of his life, took him outside and threw him on the sidewalk and left him.
Oh my god.
And there's the video out there of the person recorded. They're the ones who found him on the sidewalk and like followed him out there and called the ambulance for him.
Oh my god.
But then
can you
there's
imagine you're just out like a night out, you're like sipping some beers and you turn your fucking head and like
there's
two big strong dudes are like just beating the shit out of somebody. Like,
it's insane.
That's scary.
And one of the witnesses says they had seen just before that happened, one of the bouncers allegedly went to the bathroom and was doing cocaine.
Oh my god.
So
they're like just fucking juiced up, like just ready to fucking go.
That's what they said.
Jesus.
But another weird part is like the officer said he's seen the victim on the sidewalk as well after it happened. But then it's like, why didn't you do anything about it?
Yeah.
He's like, why didn't you see how badly beaten he was? Because the people who recorded the video, they're the ones who called the ambulance.
Oh.
Why didn't the cop do anything?
He's like, I'm off duty.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a lot of like covering their asses and lying involved.
Oh, yeah.
But there's also in the video, there's so many people just watching.
Yeah.
Watching it
that's
happen.
fucked up, yeah.
Just watching it happen.
Part of like, I don't know, like I feel like I would just like say something or at least like scream and be like, stop, because obviously like I can't take on those two coked out big ass fucking dudes.
Yeah, there was one.
So I can't physically stop him, but I
there was
be like,
two bouncers and one of them was the one who was really beating on. The other one apparently wasn't like doing as much, but he was still dragging him to the ground and helping. But they've been arrested. Their names are out there. Their mugshots are out there. Good. There's already a lawsuit. The people, they're like, we're filing a lawsuit right now. It's against Chasers.
Yeah, I think they're done for.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
They're already kind of like nobody goes there anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're cooked.
It's that's what I think. I'm like, if this doesn't put him under, the reputation's gonna kill him.
Yeah. So they're done for.
Don't hire coked out bouncers.
Yeah.
To do your bidding.
I was just gonna say we can probably get to the. I feel like we're at a solid like amount of time, and then I try to end on like advice for the listener every time. I was like, advice for the listener: don't hire bouncers that do coke in the bathroom.
But he's also an aspiring MMA fighter. I read.
Oh wow! Well, I'm sure he'd be really fucking good at that.
Coked out loser MMA fighters who are actually not real fighters.
Who just beat the shit out of aggressive drunk people.
Wasn't even aggressive. He wasn't even aggressive.
Really?
Yeah. Because saying that he cocked his fist back, if that's happened, all the other witnesses would say that too. He's the only person.
Also, there's got to be like security camera footage too.
There is. So. They released some of the the recorded footage, but they haven't released like the actual camera footage. But I think the lawyers are saying release that.
Yeah.
So
see what actually happened.
So advice to end on: don't needlessly beat people within an inch of their life.
Yeah. Jesus. Oh my gosh. That's funny. That's terrible.
That is. It really is.
Let's see. What? If I'm trying to relate it to anything we've talked about so far, I don't know. All I can think about is the animal game.
The animal game. Catch up on your alphabet. Study that. Make sure you know
Study
your
your
letters.
letters, yeah. Let's see. Okay, I have one. I'll tell a little bit of a story and then I'll tell the advice. I think that's a nice, like, ending point. But at work the other day, one of my... so I work at the mall, and the power went out for the whole fucking mall.
Oh, I seen a post about
Yeah,
that.
it was like 5:30 or so, or like 5 o'clock. All the power went out, and there were maybe like 8 or 9 of us still like working there at the moment. And then our store manager was like, okay, here's the plan. We're gonna wait for an hour and just kind of like, because we have emergency lights, so it was dark but we could see. So we're gonna wait for an hour. We're gonna fold and fix the store, make it look good for tomorrow, just in case we don't open back up, or the power will come on and we'll just go back to normal. And the power never came back on, but and until like the next day. But so then we're closing and we're all just kind of like folding, fixing stuff. And one of my coworkers was like, out of all the people, there were 3 of us. There's me, the girl who said this, and then another coworker. But she was like, out of all the people I know, or out of all the people that work here, I think that Zach is the most likely to follow his dreams. I was like,
That's
oh
nice.
man. I was like, wow. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, I was like, that's such a great thing to hear. So that relates to that really like that was like 3 or 4 days ago, maybe 2 or 3, whatever, how many days ago. It was Saturday, 2 days ago. But even like I woke up today and I was like, man, that's such a great thing to like that comes across.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to like actually feel that and experience that, but then for other people to notice, I think that's a really good thing. So my advice would be, like it sounds silly, but follow your dreams. Like don't settle for anything ever. Don't just let bad things happen to you. And kind of like we mentioned earlier, if you want to do something, whatever it is, then just get up and go and do it and make it happen. If something isn't going right in your life, then make some... I kind of lost my train of thought.
The Nike said it best.
Yeah. I was gonna say make some choices, but like do something about it. Like if something isn't working, do something about it. Go follow your dreams. You don't have to do what everybody else is telling you is the best option. You do what you want to do, is my advice. I kind of lost it for a minute, but I brought it back.
Yeah, makes sense. Just do it.
Yeah. What's yours? It doesn't have to be like as motivational. It could be
motivational,
tattoo related or motivational or whatever, anything.
I feel like mine would probably fall very similar to yours. Of every dream, you just go get it. Go get it. Get them. Get them.
Yeah, that's great advice. And drink more beer.
Drink more beer.
Drink more beer. Drink more water. Hang out with your friends. Tell your friends you love them. And have a good rest of your day. That's my advice. Just have a good day.
Have a good day.
Sunny. All right. Bye.
Bye.